Wow. 15-27, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zeke Elliott, 49 yards. Oof, man. CD Lamb, 97 yards, 1 touchdown. Yep. 3-1, guys. Kind of an ugly win, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Who's it? Seattle and Detroit? Diggs. Yeah, Diggs did a good job. I was proud of Diggs today. Diggs actually played some cornerback today. I like what I saw out of Diggs. It was consistent. It wasn't off and on. He was locating the ball. He was playing the ball, going after the ball, being a ball hog. That's the way you play cornerback. Good. The game ball, I would say, probably goes to him. I give it to Diggs. Yeah. Washington had a very good run defense. We couldn't get that running game going because they just had a good run defense. They were doing a job. They have a job to do too. They get paid to play too. So they were just doing a good job, and they just have a great, not great, but pretty good run defense. That's why we couldn't get nothing going. Like I say, Zeke only had 49 yards. I don't even know. I don't know how many Pollard had, but we didn't see the play calling was a little different today. I guess play calling is designed game by game, team by team. Obviously, Washington's front four was awesome, so we really couldn't get a lot of running, big runs. Every now and then we'd break, but we got some losses too on those running plays. So Zeke would probably have more yards if it wasn't for the losses. They caught us in the backfield a lot of times in this game. So shouts out to Washington and their run defense. They have a very good run defense. Pass defense doesn't match. We were just beating them left and right. We had to they were playing a lot of zone, and Cooper Rush had to find those holes. He had to get quick to find those holes, and which he did. It took him a while, but he finally did towards the end of the game, second half, and he was able to find holes in those zone coverages, and that's what got us the touchdowns that we had. Take Cowboys. Another Yep, I agree. Defense once again caught us, bailed us out, gave our offense opportunities to get back on the field. And that's why you play good defense. That's why your defense has to be consistent. I know it's never going to be perfect. No defense is perfect. It may seem like it is sometimes, but no defense is perfect. But you have to be able to play good defense consistently in order to give your offense multiple chances to make something happen and get something on the board. And that's what they did. As long as you're playing good defense, defense wins games, defense wins championships. As long as you're playing good defense, you should be fine. It gives your offense chances to get something done, to get something downfield. I don't like the fact of the big plays, like the big plays, the big play. I think it was in the fourth quarter to Noah Brown. It was like a 30, 40-yard catch, and we got a field goal out of it. We got to stop there. We're going to play. Obviously, we got the Rams next week, and we got better teams down the road. And we got to figure out how, if we're going to have these big plays, these big catches, these big gains, we have to put the icing on the cake. We have to finish it. We have to finish strong. We're not finishing strong when it comes down to getting downfield with those big time completions. And we're not taking advantage of those defensive pass interference calls. We're going and we're kicking field goals. Every time we go down in the red zone, we should have we should have the sense of urgency to want to score. We should start digging in the playbook a little bit and get some points on the board besides a field goal. It's good to get a field goal to get some kind of points on the board, but when we play better teams that are gonna find ways to score as well, like the Rams, and we have to figure out how to get some points on the board after those long drives. Yeah, the penalties. We didn't see a lot of penalties today. Apparently, somebody got their asses cussed out from the week before and last week. So that's a good thing. There was some here and there, but it wasn't as much as last week. So I'm proud of the Dallas Cowboys. Actually, I think they had more. The Commanders had more penalties than we did. So that's the good thing. Force the other teams to have more penalties. That's the way to play. It seems like this defense is finally gelling. They're finally getting used to the style of defense, and it's every time somebody has the ball, I'm seeing 3, 4, 5 Cowboys around that ball carrier. So you can tell that they're doing something with this. They're doing a great job with this defense. Yeah, I hope so too. Yep. Retro Scotty, what's up, man? I'm glad we won, but I'm still mixed on the offense and Karen Moron's play calling and ability to scheme. I think they should man the shorter down. Yeah, I agree. There were a lot of plays that I saw that we could have just ran the ball, and obviously we're doing these trick plays with these pass plays and all this stuff. It's like 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 2, and we're passing the ball. That I don't understand. I don't know if they're trying to catch him off guard because they think we're going to run, or I don't get the philosophy on that. But yeah, I agree, man. Sometimes Kellen Moore, you're like, what are you doing? What are you thinking about? But it's all about execution as well. You can call any play you want to, but if you can execute it, I think it's okay. Appreciate the super chat. Let's see. Rush had 2 INTs called back too. Yeah, I saw that. Yep, that's true. That's true. He did. Luckily, we were saved by those penalties. So he would have had 2 interceptions under his belt this season. So thank God for those stupid penalties by the Commanders. Robbie, what's up, man? Hope behind is okay. Yeah, it looked like when he was on the ground, it looked like he had his shoulder kind of close to his body like this. And he was like, oh man, come check me out or whatever. And then when he got up and he was walking off the field, it looked like it was a groin injury. Like, I don't know. Okay, maybe his shoulders were like close together. Maybe he was like holding his private. I don't know. But it looked like it was a groin injury it looked like a shoulder injury when he was on the ground. But then when he got up walking off the field, it looked like a groin. I don't know. that was kind of weird. Yeah, I felt like running plays really declined in the second half. It was going to. for more negative. Yeah, like I say, man, you gotta put into consideration that the other team is just doing their damn job. I gotta put this one up real quick before I forget, because that's a good. I'm glad he brought that up. But you gotta put into consideration that the other team is doing their job. They had a hell of a good run defense, and that's why our run defense was almost minused out of this damn game. But by a good offensive line that we got, and let's give a hand to the offensive line, man. They're actually giving more time. Which, despite all the injuries and everything, they're actually giving more time. They're opening holes for Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. With this good defensive line we faced today, they were still able to, get something going on the running game. So we got to give this offensive line credit. Those are the, underrated. They've been underrated for, this season. So. But let's see. Michael said, if Cooper Rush keeps winning, what do you think we should do with that? I hate to get on the Dak Prescott thing. That's a really sensitive topic, man. Especially to a lot of these diehard Cowboy fans, man. And this gang loyalty mentality and shit they done brought to the NFL and they done brought to the fan base. I get it to a certain extent. I like Dak Prescott, man. I've been supporting. I say this every damn live stream. I sound like a broken record. I've been supporting Dak since day one, since we got him with Romo. I loved Romo the same way. That was his team. Dak Prescott walked into a just add water football team. Everything was already there. All the ingredients, all the sugar, all the salt, everything was there. All the flour. All the, it was there. It was all there. And he didn't have to add no vanilla extract, no butter, no, nothing. He just, boom, walked into something that was all he had to do was put it in the oven and wait on him and Zeke just wait on the timer to go off. We had the best offensive line in football. We had Des Bryant, Jason Witten. Man, that was Romo's team. You get what I'm saying? I've supported him when I had to, because I wanted him to succeed while Romo was getting healthy, but he just succeeded a little bit too much. So that's why they continue to keep him in there at quarterback. Right now, it's really hard to tell. Right now, Cooper Rush does look good, but you got to remember a lot of second string guys that he's practiced with years are in there. The guys are in there and guys like that. So I think he feels comfortable because he has a lot of backup players in there, offensive linemen and wide receivers and players like that. And he's been with the Cowboys for 5 years, so he knows the playbook. Cooper Rush knows the playbook, and he's comfortable. He's gotten comfortable. He's been a backup for 5 years, and he's came in and won games for us. He won a game last week. Well, yeah, last week and week before, and today. So. I don't know. I like Dak. I think Dak is the better athletically. I don't want to forget what Dak has done either. Dak has done his damn thing. He's won games at the last minute. He's scrambled. He's put his body on the line for us. You get what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to say, you know what, just keep it's really tough. Just keep Dak Prescott on the sideline and keep Cooper Rush in there. It's really hard. I can't say that. I can't do that. If they're going to put Dak. They invested too much money to keeping Dak on the bench. They're going to put Dak back in there. They just are. The worst case scenario, which I doubt happens, because Dak. Worst case scenario is Dak gets in there and fucks up, and then they put Rush in. I don't know. I can't call it, man. I can't call it. Last week I said go with what works, but we haven't seen Cooper Rush play against really good defenses. We haven't seen him really under pressure yet. You get what I'm saying? So now next week, if we play against the Rams and we win that game, but it hasn't all been Cooper Rush stuff. Because Cooper Rush don't play defense. You got to factor that in too. You got to factor in that it's so much to factor in when you're trying to replace somebody, a major position like the quarterback position. You have to factor in so much: the coaching, the play calling, the way the defense is playing, the way the offensive line is blocking, the way the players are responding to the quarterback. The defense is giving our offenses so many opportunities to play this game, to get points on the board, and etc. So I don't know. Like I say, Dak has experience. If I had a choice, I'd still go with Dak just because of experiences. But I don't know. I hate to say that because they're Cowboy fans that can't stand Dak Prescott. They want him gone. And then there are the Cowboy fans that are kind of in the middle like me. But then there are the Cowboy fans that love Dak Prescott. He can't do no wrong, So it's really, really it's really, really hard to say. If it's working, I agree. I'm the same way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then again, you got to look at it like this. Russ has won, 3 in a row now? You hate to take him out because he's calmly, nonchalantly winning these games, and or playing quarterback and getting points on the board and things like that. He's doing it. I don't see any panic in him or anything, or he's got the same type of guys coming at him as if Dak would have played today. The same guys for the rest. I mean, the Washington Commanders, they would have been coming after him. As the same defense would have been coming after Dak too. So I don't know, man. It's really, really tough. It's really, really sensitive. So I don't. But I'm like you. I'm like, go with what works. I hate to see a man get his spot took. That's very, very tough. I've seen it so many times. Playing the sport myself, I've seen it so many times. I know how it feels as well. And then I know how it feels to get your spot back. You get what I'm saying? So I've had my spot took, a game or two, and then because I was hot-headed at one time and I was pissed off and cussing and throwing Gatorade cans and all that kind of shit. And I had to sit out a couple games. And so I know how that feels. But yeah, same thing happened with Romo. Yeah, I mean, it could happen again. I don't know. Like I say, I don't need nobody getting pissed. Like, I really don't give a damn. But if Dak stays in there, cool. If he don't, cool. Ain't nothing I can do about it. My opinion don't really matter, to be honest. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I get it. You want to pick my brain a little bit or whatever, but no matter what I say, the Dallas Cowboys are gonna do what they're gonna do regardless. So it's really not up to me. I am about winning, and I am about what works. If it works, it works. It's up to them to figure that out. Just like they did with Romo. When Romo went down, we were like, oh shit. We didn't know Dak Prescott. You get what I'm saying? We're like, God damn, here we go. So but he put Dak in there, and he just kind of boom, 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 boom. Lord have mercy. Let me drink some water. Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown is he's one of those corners where you're pissed off at him one game, and then the next game he's playing lights out. I always thought Brown was better at the nickel DB, but obviously they got him on the outside. So the type of defense we play is so physical, and Anthony Brown is a physical corner, but he does get beat a lot, and he's not a shutdown corner. I think he's reached his highest potential at being at cover, his cover skills. But the Anthony Brown you saw today is the Anthony Brown, the best Anthony Brown. Then there are going to be games where he steps up and he may get an interception or a couple of bat downs or whatever, but he's always going to be inconsistent. He's okay. He's like Larry Brown used to be back in the day. Y'all remember Larry Brown, who got the interceptions in the Super Bowl? The last Super Bowl we were in against the Pittsburgh Steelers back in '95. Larry Brown was the same way. We used to call Larry Brown toast. We call Larry Brown toast. He was an okay corner. He was average. He was good enough to be in the NFL and play the position, but he wasn't a shutdown corner like Dion. He was just really basic and really average. Every blue moon, he'd get a tip ball or interception or something like that. Those 2 interceptions Larry Brown got in the damn Super Bowl that year were gimmies. They were miscommunications by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he was right. He just happened to be there in a zone cover 2 defense. So that's Larry Brown is kind of the perfect example for Anthony Brown, if I may say. Yeah, I agree with that. Right now, Cooper is playing fundamental football. Nothing flashy. I think he's just getting the job done. And I think that's what matters. Without the commercials and the shoe contracts and the Jordan and all that crap, the sleep number mattress commercials and all that shit, Cooper's still winning games, regardless of who we playing against. We don't make the schedule. So if somebody get on here and say, oh, y'all haven't played anybody, really, well, we played the Buccaneers, first game of the season. So and we beat the Cincinnati Bengals, who went to the Super Bowl last year. Regardless, it's not my problem if they're not the same team as last year. That ain't my fault. When you're in a fight with somebody, you don't think about you don't think about, oh, that person has a weakness. I'm not gonna fight him as hard. You're gonna take advantage of that person's weakness and try to win the fight, right? So we don't make the schedules. I don't make the schedule. We're 3-1. I don't know what the Eagles have, if they played or not, but yeah, we're 3-1 in the division. We're number 2 right now. So we're gonna take advantage. Commanders, okay, yeah, we ain't played. All right, Commanders, sorry, they suck. Okay, well, we had to beat a sorry, sucky team. That's what we had to do. So it is what it is. Have they played today? I think the Eagles played. Who did they play? No, did they win that game if they played? Oh, they beat the Jags. Oh, okay. Well, same thing you can say about the Eagles. If you're from another fan base, you're gonna say the Eagles haven't played anybody, but they still have to get out there and execute and win. They don't make their schedule, so they're taking advantage of not playing anybody. So they're doing something right. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Cowboys corner, what's up, man? Yeah, man, Yeah, I'll take it. Nasty win, but I'll take it. Yeah, that's true. I agree. This defense is It's really different from last year's defense. um, we playing some good defense this year. So far. 1980, number 9 defense in the league. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where we are. I think we're playing some pretty good, damn aggressive defense, though, if you ask me. I really don't believe in numbers and shit like that, but yeah, that's where I was going. That's where I was going next. I'm glad you brought that comment up. When Dak comes back, he's going to be under a lot of pressure, man. I'm going to tell you that now. Dak Prescott is going to be under a lot of pressure. And I think he knows that. The bar is set even higher for him. It's set even higher for Dak. Because everybody, most of the Cowboy fans are watching the Dallas Cowboys win games now. Mainly it's because of the defense. But Cooper Rush is able to get points on the board, too. He's throwing touchdown passes, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we'd have more points because we get all the way down the field and kick field goals. I don't like that, but points are points. I'd rather have 7 points than 3. But Cooper Rush, being a backup quarterback, is using his strengths, using his weapons, and he's getting the ball downfield. And the run game has picked up a lot with Zeke and Pollard combination. Not in this game, but average, yeah. But that's going to have to, yeah, I think he knows it. He knows it. All the weaknesses that Dak Prescott had, that we know he has to go out the window. There's almost no room for error because the world is looking. They're looking at Cooper Rush. They're watching Cooper Rush. The whole world is. Overseas, everywhere. They're watching Cooper Rush. You got to remember the Dallas Cowboys are the most loved and the most hated team in the NFL. That's why we're America's team. That's why we're the richest team in sports, period. Because a lot of people love to see us win and people love to see us lose. It's just the way it is. That brand is just, not that I give a damn about a brand, but that's just what it is. Don't get mad at me. That's just what it is. Get mad at Jerry Jones and the NFL and stuff like that. Go knock on their door. Don't get pissed off at me. But the Dak's gonna have to perform. Like we need to see Dak doing better than what Cooper Rush is doing. Like I'm dead serious, man. And he knows that. Big D, what's up? Yep. Great comment, Irvin. I agree, bro. Yep. But we know Dak's going back out there. It's just, it would really, really shock me. I forgot how I felt. Well, no, I haven't forgotten. But how I felt when Dak replaced Romo, I was like, I think we forgot. Remember how fast, when you're winning, your feelings towards somebody, it gets left in the wind. You look back and like, oh shit, that's right. And Romo was our quarterback. You don't forget what Romo's done for us. But when Dak came in, we were winning games. That 2016, remember, guys? We were winning games back to 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 back. Dak and Zeke was fighting for Rookie of the Year. We had the best team in football that year, I believe. And you kind of, when you're winning, when it works. Okay, just like I'm going to bring up the car situation again, the car analogy. Just like you drive a car every day to work, and it finally breaks down on you. It's breaking down on you. You're pouring money into getting that car fixed. And you're tired of pouring money to getting that car fixed. So you like, man, you talk with your wife and shit, and you like, y'all come to the conclusion that you got to get another car. I remember, y'all gonna laugh at me when I say this. So y'all get ready to laugh. Matter of fact, I want to see laughing emojis after I say this in the comment section. I had a 1999 Dodge Neon. That was my work car. I drove every day to work. That car got me back and forth to see my mama in Tennessee. I paid cash money for that car. I got that car when I was playing arena football in Tennessee. That was the first car I paid cash money for. I didn't have to worry about no car note. I just paid cash money for that money. So after a while, years passed, that car started breaking down on me. And I spent more money getting it repaired than I paid for it. How much I paid for it. So I said, we gotta get a new car. My wife and I, I gotta get it. It's just, I can't drive it anymore. I drove that car till I couldn't drive it no more. We drove it up to the dealership. I limped up to the dealership in it, and I was gonna use it as a trade-in. So the guy was like, oh, I see you got a trade-in out there. And he couldn't even recognize what kind of car it was. He was like, he said, what kind of car is it? I said, it's a Dodge 99 Dodge Neon. He said, oh, is that what that is sitting out there? I said, yeah. And even though that car was as raggedy as it was, man, he was like, Mr. Jackson, I'm afraid I'm going to take the keys from you. And I was on the phone with my mama at the time, because she was with me. God rest her soul. She was with me when I got that car. And I was telling her, Mom, I got to get rid of the Neon. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, yep. I said, I got to trade it in. And I had the keys. I pulled them out. I took the key off the key ring, and I kind of paused before I gave him the key. And I gave it to him, and he walked off. Y'all know my overgrown ass. I started crying. My eyes tears just started flowing. Because I was on the phone with my mom, and I was emotional because it was sentimental. That was my first car that I owned, and I drove up the roads with it, and it got me, my family, back and forth and all that stuff, man. And dog, I was like bawling in the car dealership. But when we got the new car, you know what I mean? It made me forget really quick. It made me forget really, really quick. And I didn't look back. I was just like, well, it's gone, So I'm sorry I had a long story, but that's how I felt about Romo. I was, damn, Romo, fought wars with us and battles and stuff like that. And, now Dak has stepped into the plate, and I was able to look back and, oh, well, we winning now, so whatever. You know what I mean? So I think that's how it would be with Dak. You go with what works. There's nothing you can do about it. You go with what works. I couldn't be loyal. For all the loyal gangbanger Dallas Cowboy fans and all that bullshit, I couldn't be loyal to that Neon no more. I had to let it go. because it wasn't taking care of me like it used to. It was crippling me in my pocketbook. It was crippling me. So I had to move on. So if the Dallas Cowboys decide to do that with Dak Prescott, ain't nothing we can do about it. I ain't gonna get on here and say, oh, keep Coop rushing. I mean, shit, if Dak get in here, he might get in here and ball out. Hell, we don't know. But I tell you this, nobody likes to fail. Nobody likes to fall. Nobody likes to fall. Nobody likes to keep failing. You can only be loyal for so long until something else, a greater force, a greater power gets you out of that loyalty. Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's the difference between Cowboy fans. You can't be stupid. You have to go with what works. Winning feels good. Right, Robbie? It makes you forget real quick. Yesterday, we went to the fair. And where the State Fair of Texas is located, the area isn't so good. It's in South Dallas, Southeast Dallas, over there with Martin Luther King, Robert E. Cullum, Malcolm X is over there. Pennsylvania Avenue runs through there. And that area is not that good. So you see a lot of gang activity and gang members hanging around and homeless people around and stuff like that. I got to bring this up to prove a point. So, you got the gang members out there, they're being loyal to their hood. But look how their hood is looking. They're not doing anything to give back to the hood to make it better. They just hanging out. Like it still looks the same from when I was a little boy, I used to go to the fair. So if you got a good education, grew up in the hood, got a good education, and graduated from college or got a trade school or CDL or whatever, came into some money, you're not going to, there's nothing in the hood for you. It's going to make you move away because when you go to school, get a good education, and go to college, graduate from college, get a degree, get a good job, you're going to have a wife, you're going to have kids, and you're going to take your family to somewhere where it's, hello? You get what I'm saying? So, like I say, I grew up in Oak Cliff, deep in the heart of Oak Cliff. I may not look like it, but or sound or talk like it, but I grew up in the hood too. But that hood, I don't want that hood. I had to move on because there's nothing there for me and my family. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say you can only be loyal to a certain extent. Loyalty will get you killed. Too much loyal. Because you smile-minded. You thinking about the smile-minded shit that you'll never own. When you dead and gone, that hood's still gonna be there. So that's why if we move on from Dak Prescott, I don't know. Don't look at me. Don't get, 1980 said. Don't look at me. It could happen. It's happened before. It's happened before. But it may not happen, and we're going to have to roll with it. Oh, my God. They missed that field goal. Yeah. Yep. Dak going to have to come, and he going to have to ball his ass off. Say, man, because as soon as he fuck up, everybody going to be looking at the sideline like this. That's what they going to do. Yeah, Cowboy defense. Oh, yeah. They for real. They come with. We got to play like this next week, though, against the Rams. Like this against a really, really good team, then I'll be like, okay, cool. Now we rolling. Rams next week. When do we play Rams here, or I'm pretty sure we play them there? Anybody know we play Rams here or there? Probably there. We didn't have too many home games this season so far, so I'm pretty sure it's there. He said, "What about when Coop fuck up?" We'll see next week. I'm hoping he doesn't, because regardless if we want Dak or Coop in there, we want to win. See, the conclusion never changes. The object of the game never changes. The object of the game is to win. We can have me at quarterback. Y'all gonna want us to win, right? Like 1980. Oh, they put 1980 in there at quarterback. Oh, shit. But if we win, y'all gonna be like, oh, shit, man, keep 1980 in there. You know what I mean? So, you know. But yeah, that meme up. I like that. Let Dak rest. Don't rush him out there just because that's your starting quarterback and you want him to be, No. Let him rest up. Don't let him come back too early. Cooper's doing a pretty good job. You know, win or lose, he's doing a pretty good job. He just might lose a game. You see what I'm saying? Oh, we play him there? Oh, okay. I knew that. I already knew that. I just wanted to make sure. We just might lose a game with Cooper in there. So I'm just my mind is already prepared for that we'll lose the game. But see, we were supposed to lose every game. Remember, Stephen A. Smith said we were going to lose every game. ESPN said we would lose every game now that the Dak is hurt. Remember they said that? We've won every game so far. So regardless of who we play, we've won every game so far. Yeah, they got a good defensive front, though. The Rams, they got a pretty good defensive front. So look for them to try to take the run game out of the Cowboys. NFC East is changing. Yeah. Everybody was writing us off. Stephen A. Smith is a yeah, I can't. They're a hater for real. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game next week. That's almost like a home game for Dallas, though, because there are more Cowboy fans in LA than the Rams. So, shit. Yeah, Shannon Sharp is a hater too. Yep. You just named the whole. He named everybody in the damn. Dallas Sports 77 named everybody on TV. Damn near. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, against the Rams, we have to score. There's no room for field goals and shit. If we get the ball first, we got to get out there and get some points on the board. Field goals do not beat teams like this. And we can't allow this team, the Rams team, to linger as well. So, because they're the Super Bowl champions. Trust me, they know what they're doing. Oh man, yeah. Oh my God, I saw that, man. That is, yeah, man. Prayers up, prayers up. Hope everything's okay. Golly, man, that is, woo. And they say another one is supposed to hit the Pacific Coast pretty soon. Another hurricane. I was like, golly, man. That's devastating, man. I can only imagine. Yep, yep. That'll, anytime you put heat, if we can play the same intense defense, same physical defense, man, against the Rams, man, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Don't give him a chance to get him and Cooper Kupp on a roll, get them in a rhythm. It's a wrap. I think I'm taking that Monday off. October 16th. I would much rather have Dak for that Eagles game on the road. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Dak has more, a little bit more, well, a lot more experience playing against the Eagles on the road, obviously, than Cooper Rush. So, the hell? I disagree. I'd rather have Rush over Dak. See, hey, there we go. Hey, everybody has a right to their own opinion, man. This channel, everybody's opinion matter. That hurricane is crazy, man. Just prayers out to everybody that's involved or has to go through that. Lions, watch Jags, and Vikings. Okay. I was gonna ask somebody to put who Eagles faced on there in the comment section. The league will adjust to Cooper Rush. Yeah, they will. It's just a matter of time. But if you're a good quarterback, you will adjust over their adjustment, over their adjusting. Oh my God. That's crazy, man. Mm. I don't remember underestimating them. I just, what do you want me to say? I said at the beginning of the live stream, I said the Eagles, even though they haven't played any competitive opponents, let's just say that, they still had to execute and they still have to play. They don't make their own schedule, so they're 4-0. Okay. There are better teams out there besides the Lions and, the teams that you guys have faced. Just like there are better teams than the Washington Commanders who we faced and beat today. So I've even said it about my own team. I get you're an Eagles fan, but you have to be realistic as well. I'm a realistic Cowboy fan. I didn't say the Eagles sucked. Now, somebody in the comment section may have said that, but I haven't personally said that. You didn't hear that come out of my mouth. I might have said that y'all haven't played any teams with that are competitive enough to beat y'all. But we'll see when you guys play there are better teams out there. You get what I'm saying? So we've had to face the Buccaneers, first game of the season. A lot of our players didn't play in the preseason. So that was like our first preseason game for a lot of players. So we haven't found ourselves, our rhythm, our defense yet. So you got to take that in consideration. And it was Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. They're a good team. And we faced the Cincinnati Bengals. They went to the Super Bowl last year. Regardless if they've been in the Super Bowl, I mean, they're not the same team of last year or anything. We still had to come, suit up, and play. We still had to play. We still had to perform. Regardless of how many people in the audience the Jackson 5 still had to perform like it was 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people in the audience. You get what I'm saying? Just like when it was COVID-19 and there was nobody. Everybody was at home watching the games. You couldn't even go to the game. They still had to play and act like that there were 40, 50 people in the stands. But they still had to have that same intensity. So you're 4-0. I'll give you that. You're winning the division so far. I give you that. The season is still premature. It's still early. I'm not counting. The Eagles they look good so far. We look good so far until we play somebody better than what we've been playing. The Rams is going to be a test for us, So we may go over there and lose to the Rams. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I won't know until we get over there and they hike that ball. How do I get to? I don't know, y'all. The Bengals are a good team. Our defense has to hold. Yep. I can't escape the full screen. Just give flowers, please. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Done ran my mouth long enough. Let somebody else run their mouth for a change. I appreciate y'all joining me. I may make a video tomorrow. I don't know. There's really no reason, but I don't know. I probably won't. I need a break. I'm tired. But it is what it is, guys. We beat the Commanders, man. That's cool. God bless everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all joining me, man. Make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up because you never know what the day is gonna bring you. Holla back at your boy. I'm out.